Everyone has hardships in their life. Everyone has challenges in their life, but you have to decide what hard you're willing to go through. With relationships, with friendships, with business goals, with your own goals. What hard are you willing to go through? If you're losing weight or not losing weight, are you happy with what you see in the mirror? Is that your hard? Because my hard is wake up early, I go to the gym, I work out, I make sure I eat healthy, I make sure I do cardio when I need to do cardio, I make sure things are on track, and it's a lot. It's a lot to keep up with, but that's my hard that I choose. I'd rather choose that hard than wake up every day in the morning and not be happy with who I see in the mirror.
Can I give y'all some more big sister advice real quick? Make the hard decisions now for the sake of your future self. Stop staying in situations because you're comfortable when you know it's not conducive to what you want and who you want to be in the future. For example, I was born and raised in Baltimore, Maryland. I knew for the lifestyle that I wanted to live in the future and for the woman I wanted to be, I could not stay there. So what did I do? I moved out of my parents' house with $600 in my pocket during a global pandemic. Yeah, I wasn't playing. Did I miss my parents? Yes. Did I miss the comfortability of not having any responsibilities? Yes. But guess what? I had to make that hard decision for the sake of my future self. And if I did not make that decision, I would not be living this lifestyle today. Even in relationships, I've dated guys that were good guys, but the work ethic sucked. And I knew what kind of wife and mother I wanted to be in the future. So instead of holding on to a situation that was not conducive to who I wanted to be, I left and I found my person. Make those hard decisions now. Yes, they will hurt, but guess what? Your future self will thank you. I know it's scary, but baby, it's gonna be worth it. You have two choices.
The pain of discipline or the pain of regret. The pain of discipline or the pain of regret. But at least with the pain of discipline, you get success out of it. But with the pain of regret, all you get is, oh, what if I would have done this? Oh, where would I have been if I started this 5 years ago? What could I be now? So hurt. Don't be afraid to hurt. But hurt in the form of discipline so you can at least get something out of it. Get something out of your pain. Be disciplined. Come on, Pookie. You got this. Clock it. Be disciplined. Go hurt and be disciplined so you can at least get success out of it.
You know what's harder than changing? Staying the same. Choose your hard. They're both hard. One will come with your desires, your abundance, and whatever it is that you desire in this life. And one will come with repetition of the same old patterns, the same old story, the same old suffering. Choose your hard. The thing is though, guys, like I believe in y'all. But unfortunately, me believing in you is not enough, and you have to believe in yourself too.
Listen, getting up and going to work is hard, but being broke is hard. Going to the gym is hard, but being out of shape, not feeling comfortable in your body is hard. Budgeting is hard, but living paycheck to paycheck is hard. Being disciplined is hard, but living with regret is hard. Healing is hard. But being stuck is hard. Putting that phone down is hard. But being overstimulated and restless is also hard. Now, setting boundaries is hard. But being walked all over, that's hard. Being alone, I know it sucks. It's so hard. But being with the wrong person, that's a tough job. That is hard. Cutting off the distractions is hard. But delaying your future is also hard. Choosing yourself is hard, but abandoning your potential, that's way too hard. Choose your hard. There is always a price to pay. You pay now or you pay later.
Is it really harder to clean up your diet, or is it harder to stand in your closet crying because you have absolutely nothing to wear, even though you just changed out of your 6th outfit because nothing fits you right, nothing makes you feel good, but you put on the brave face and you go out anyway, but you don't let anybody take pictures of you, or you hide behind things. God forbid somebody takes a candid photo of you and you see it, you have an absolute breakdown because you're like, oh my gosh, is that what I really look like? And then you realize you have no pictures of you that your kids can share later on because you've been embarrassed and never wanted to be seen. Choose your heart, ladies.
I'm not doing anything that's going to compromise my peace and happiness. So I think just taking control, making sure you like maintain your power, don't give your power away to anybody. That I feel like is the key to like truly being happy in or out of a relationship.
Y'all may or may not choose to agree with me, and maybe this sounds crazy, but life is about choosing your hard. Yes, working at that corporate soul-sucking career that you have, yes, that is hard. I know, because I have a corporate soul-sucking career. But you know what's been harder and that I've lived through? Being in poverty, not having enough money to pay my bills, constantly wondering where my next meal was going to come from. How was I going to afford to take care of all the things that I needed to take care of? So at the end of the day, I would rather cry from my corporate soul-sucking career, because at least the money that I make from there is enough for me to wipe my tears in my Mercedes-Benz behind my Chanel frames and being able to book a first class ticket the fuck out of here. So choose your hard, y'all, and choose wisely, because being poor and being in poverty is the hardest thing that I've ever done in my life.
It's raining outside. And I was just thinking about why we feel entitled to give everyone else outside of us the truth except for ourselves. Why do we feel like we owe others the explanation for why we don't want to talk when they aren't honest with us? Why do we feel like we have to respect others' needs while they continuously put our needs to the side and say, well, I was busy, or simply just tell us lies about who they really are? Why should we reward them with the truth of who we are? I feel like, honestly, I'm getting very unapologetic about being silent and moving in silence and not saying anything and not giving my power over to people that don't deserve it. Giving my power over to people that don't know how to reciprocate the same energy. So with that being said, stop being honest to people that continuously lie to you. And I'm not saying go out of your way lying to people, but I'm saying tell yourself the truth. What is true for you? What is it that you want out of the connection? What is it that you gain out of you being truthful to yourself first, instead of being truthful to someone that, or people that don't respect your wishes, don't respect your needs, don't respect you?
Maturing is realizing that the celebrations of yourself by yourself for all the successes that you are making in your life is enough celebration for you. That is the celebration that you need. And that is really what matters the most. What matters is that you're clapping for yourself. Not that everybody sees the different things that you're doing, but that you see what you are doing for you. And that you can have those moments to celebrate by yourself in peace and know, like, that's enough. I don't need the whole gang of people to clap and do that for me, because I'm doing all this for me right now. And there's beauty in that, because I need to be proud of me. I don't need everyone else to. It's me that needs to be proud of me.
You need to be more selfish. Being selfish is your gateway to success. I want you to think of every successful person you know. Are they worried about what other people think? Are they worried about letting people down at the expense of their own health? Are they broke because they refuse to invest in themselves but invest time and money into everyone else? The answer is no. Selfish people understand that there is no prize for constantly putting others before them just to be seen as nice. Selfish people realize that you have to isolate yourself from the opinions of the world and decide that what you want and need to accomplish is more important than prioritizing everyone else's needs before your own.
I don't know who made you feel this way, but you should not feel forced to dim yourself down to be around anyone. If you are someone who likes to dress up, who likes to put on their best clothes on a regular day, you do that. If every day of your life feels like a celebration, act like it. And the people who are uncomfortable with that, the people who don't understand that and who think it's weird and unnecessary, can go sit in their pity party by themselves. As long as you're not harming anyone, as long as you're not harming yourself, be who you are, because we're all gonna die anyways. Why would you let someone who bleeds the same way you do control anything that you have going on? Now, obviously, do what you need to do to survive, right? But aside from that, live your life. This is your life. It's not your parents' life. It's not your siblings' life. It's not your friend's life. It's not your boyfriend's life. It's not your husband's life. This is your life. Choose what you want to do with it and do that.
When you finally have the balls to choose yourself, other people will choose you. People want to be around people who have the confidence to say what they want to say, be who they want to be, and just don't care. So every time you think it's cute and that more people will like you when you don't choose you, when you don't say what you need to say, you chip away at your self-esteem and your self-identity bit by bit. So the next time you get the opportunity to choose yourself, pick up the phone. I'm ready. I'm ready to stand up for myself. I'm ready to choose me.
Someone said most situations are a test to see if you finally choose you, and I haven't looked at any situation the same sense. Most of the times we sit here and think it's about the other person, when a lot of times that person is just a mirror to reflect back to you and ask you, will you choose yourself given the circumstances, given their actions, their words? What are you going to do with that information? You are constantly given a test and you fail every single time because you're struggling to attach to ourselves, but we could so easily attach to other people, choosing them over and over and over before you choose yourself.
But the story is to always make sure that you're choosing yourself. At first, it may be a little hard to choose yourself, but it'll never let you down. You will never let yourself down. Make sure that you like the video and engage with the content by subscribing to my channel if you would like to see more content like this.